Bishop and my dear friends. It was a big round of introduction. Thank you, Clara, for beautifully introducing, and thank you for inviting me here. I'm here this evening. I think we are running short of time. I have 189 slides totally, but I'll try to cut short when people ask me to stop. Okay? Yeah, we'll make it quite interesting. Ethics in media and communication and evangelization through media. This is what we are going to speak, or we will try to think about it this evening. Now, we are living in what age? Youth are here. How do you write your assignments? ChatGPT. All of you use ChatGPT? Yeah. All the assignments. Okay. We currently find ourselves, I would say, captivating era marked by extraordinary strides which are there in artificial intelligence. You just give them something like, you give a topic, your answer comes there. Maybe brothers are not allowed to use the mobiles, so they may not know much, but other youth may be using it. And now some of the strides that I want to bring to your notice is that, have you heard of this robotic priest Santo? It's a Catholic priest during COVID. This is a robotic priest, a groundbreaking creation by Gabriel Provato from Tokyo's Waseda University. This robotic priest will deliver sermons and also will bestow blessings on people. Okay? Santo during COVID, he was going on preaching and giving blessings. Then in Germany, we have in front of a Protestant church, there is a Robert called Bless You. Okay? You can go to him and you can ask him, Jesus, I am feeling low. Please tell me something. Then it will give you a prayer and it will bless you. Then we have Mindars. Recently I have been to Bangkok for our communicators meeting, and then there are a lot of Buddhist temples there. And most of these Buddhist temples, even the famous Kodaji temple in Japan, today they are having Mindars who are robots. They exactly look like those, what they call those priests, those Buddhist priests. They preach so beautifully. And in Christianity, we cannot have a robotic priest because we need to celebrate our sacraments where there is matter and form. But Buddhism is a way of life. It's only preaching and all that. So these priests are accepted completely. Maybe over the years, robotic priests also may be accepted after 50 years and all that. Because when the printing press came for the first time, church did not accept it. Okay, they thought word of God is getting printed, going into the machine, it is getting crushed. So popes were all against it. And after the Second Vatican Council, they recognized it as media is their means to communicate God. And maybe in future, we don't know how it will happen. Then we have deep fake technologies. You might have heard now and then. You can see Modi recently doing a Garba dance, okay, or Pope Francis eating ice cream, or today now we have got what you call VI generatives, okay, VI generatives, where you just need to put your picture like that, and it will make you dance like one of the favorite movie star or whatever, with the dialogue and all that. So there are deep fake technologies. You will not be able to make out. You will really think that this is really happening and that person is really dancing. It is so close to the truth. Then we have a 5G technology revolution. I hope Belgaum is already with 5G. Yeah, Belgaum is with 5G, which signifies a kind of bounding leap in connectivity. Then we have social media saturation. Okay, all of us. How many of you don't have a Facebook account here? Don't have. How many of you don't have an Instagram account? Okay. How many of you don't have what you call a WeChat? Okay. At least. How many of you don't have WhatsApp? So everybody is using social media. And some of us are multiple users of social media. Some of them use WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, then different sites are there, and I will be telling about that a little later. Okay, and social media is fully saturated today. We have mostly used everything, and we make use of them for every aspect of our life. Okay, and now with artificial intelligence, we have a lot of chatbots. Okay, have you seen Speaking with Jesus in your phone? Have you seen Twitch? How many of you use Twitch here? One. Okay, one father is using Twitch. Okay, there is Twitch AI Jesus. You can just go and tell Jesus, I have to preach next Sunday, third Sunday in the ordinary liturgical time. Please give me a homily. Jesus will preach a homily for us. Then he can write down the points. Okay, Twitch Jesus. You can go over and try. Because of lack of time, I am not going to demonstrate that to you. And we have so many chatbots today, like AI Bot Chat, AI Jesus, Ask Jesus, and our Hindu brethren have got Ganesh GPT, Gita GPT, Adit GPT, and all that. Whatever you ask there, you would get. Like your chat GPT, related to church and all those things, everything is accessible to you. And magisterial AI and all that. Okay, now, let us come to understand. These are some of the recent innovations which I wanted to bring to your mind before we start on our topic. Understanding media. Media has become our daily diet today. We eat media, we drink media, we breathe media. Earlier what used to happen when we used to get up at home, our parents used to make us sit on the bed and make us to say prayer. Okay, our Father and all that. Today, first thing what we do as soon as we get up, we see the mobile. We take the mobile. What we have missed out, there is a sickness called FOMO. Okay, there is a sickness called FOMO, fear of missing out. Fear of missing out. When you are sleeping, some of the youth don't sleep also because they think that when they have put a picture, what likes they will get, what comments they will get, and all that. They keep on waiting. Keep on waiting, and so it has become our daily diet today, and we have become the extensions of our human body. Okay, in this sentence we can say that it has become extensions of our human body, and all the information what you are getting there gets stored up in our subconscious mind. All that you see there, earlier when we did not have this much of media, how our character was getting formed. I had a nice professor, I think Mr. Rishikesh also will know, my journalism professor, Professor Mahesh Chandra Guru, he passed away recently. He used to say, now for example, if a media man, first day when we went to the class, he used to say that if you had to become a media man and you want to communicate something, even if it is a lie, you want to communicate, you have to say that 100 times straight. Noor Sati ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಿಜ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸುಳ್ಳು 100 ಸತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಜ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That's how media people will try to do their diplomacy and all that. So what he said is not right, but I'm just telling that information, whatever that we get again and again. Now earlier we used to see our brothers, sisters, our parents, we used to learn from them. Today, where do we learn from? We learn from media. Video games, if you are playing, it is full of violence, aggression. If you see social media, lot of fighting, lot of distortion there, lot of hype is there. Okay, whenever you put your pictures on social media, what do? Do you put your real picture? You will add some filters, isn't it? Some filters. You will edit your faces and all that. And later, when you see, when in reality, when you see. It may not be, sometimes we see their social media profiles and when they come in reality, oh, is this the person, like that we wonder, because they do so much of filtering and so all this information, different kinds of information, lot of violence, aggression, hostility and lot of indifference, all that is getting stored up in our mind, and we have become part of this media culture. We have become part of this media culture. Media offers us unlimited opportunities for information, education, cultural expansion, spiritual growth. It can also do grave harm to youth and families. These are some of the sayings of Pope John Paul. He says, it gives us unlimited opportunities. We can have a lot of information, lot of education, lot of entertainment and all that, but it also can do great harm. It is presenting us deformed outlook on life, family, religion and morality. A kind of deformed outlook. Sometimes when you watch an advertisement, okay, a boy goes to the college, first day he goes and nobody looks at him. Next day he sprays some fog, okay, not frog. he sprays some fog, then all the girls are behind him and some girls are pulling him this side, that side. A deformed outlook. Somebody watches this advertisement for 10 times, 20 times. There are many things. And sometimes somebody puts that fair and lovely or fair ever or whatever, then your confidence gets boosted. Okay, deformed outlook. I'm just giving small examples of it. Then it should have ethical criteria and respect for truth and dignity of human person. Okay, what Pope John Paul is telling is that it is presenting a deformed outlook where we have to see the line within it. Okay, we have to go below the line and see what the media is trying to present, especially in advertising. Then family and youth values are often inadequately portrayed in media. Infidelity, sexual activity outside marriage, and absence of moral and spiritual vision of the marriage covenant are depicted uncritically in media. Media supports divorce, contraception, abortion and homosexuality. Such actions are dangerous to the common good of society. I'll tell you, recent survey called Youth Act, okay, Youth Act made a kind of analysis over this Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. The foremost topic which came at the front is about love, romance, sex and all that. That was classified as one group and that was the topmost. And if you see in your Facebook how wives are cheating on their husbands, husbands are cheating on their wives, or you will also see what you call live-in relationships and all those, that was not part of our society, but then such kind of infidelity, sexual activity is glorified in media. It is shown. And sometimes you can see, when you open the media, you will see hundreds of stories of divorce. You open your Facebook or you open your this one year, 2 years, Chandan Shetty divorced his wife after 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. But in Mangalore, somebody celebrated, just on the day when Chandan Shetty divorced, in Mangalore somebody celebrated 50 years of their marriage, 50 years of their wedding anniversary, but nobody reported. That was supposed to be a report. They could have been model for our youth. But somebody, wherein you report, if you see all our media reports and all that, too much of divorce, too much of violence, all that is there, it gives you a kind of deformed outlook if you don't take it properly. If you don't take it properly. These are some of the ethical concerns. Media have an enormous positive potential for promoting sound human and family values. Many families find in the media a source of support, encouragement and inspiration for community life and love. Okay? How many of you watch Reels here? Reels? All of you watch Reels, isn't it? Everybody watches Reels. Okay? Now, have you heard of this term called social media algorithms? Have you heard of that? Have you heard of the term echo chamber? Okay. Recently I was conducting a seminar for some youth in engineering students in Mangalore, and then somebody was coming and asking me after the seminar during the break, Father, if I open my mobile, if I see the reels, I get only semi-nude pictures of some girls and some dancers. They are coming. Whatever I open, it will only like that kind of reels only I can see. But if I see my friend's mobile, I see cricket, I will see some fun, I will see different things. Okay, now this works because of algorithms, social media algorithms. It will change according to the behavior what you are watching. Now, for example, you are watching a reel about cricket. You watch about that cricket 2 times, 3 times, same reel you want to watch. 3 times, then it will understand that you are liking it. Then the binary system gets adjusted to that. They are made to work like that. Then next videos also you will get about cricket, related to cricket. If you watch something about love, all love. If you watch only dances, all dances. It comes and it becomes an echo chamber for us. It becomes an echo chamber. Then whatever content today media is designed in such a way, what you want you will be given. Okay. Now all of us might have seen cookies. You have seen cookies. Have you accepted not the cookies what we eat, but when you are on your mobile, you want to read something extra, then it will say accept cookies. Okay, then what we do when we are in a hurry, we will accept all the cookies. So when we have accepted these cookies, they have small kind of pixel cameras with them. They will start targeting your online behavior. They will target your online behavior. Now, for example, if we had time, we could have done a small exercise on your mobile. Now, for example, on your Google, you search visa to Australia. You put visa to Australia, then you open your Facebook, you open your Instagram, you open your Gmail. Everywhere you will have advertisements of all these things what you are searching for, or a cream that you are searching for, or something like a kind of jacket or a hoodie that you are searching for, and all that advertisements will come up. That means your mobile is already compromised. You have to they target, and this kind of targeted advertising and targeted content delivery. Okay, not only targeted advertising but also targeted content delivery. Seeing that what interests you, such kind of content is pushed at you. When it is constantly pushed at you, when you see that 100 times, you think that it is okay. This is how we are. This is how we are. This becomes our shape. As my professor said, 100 times when you say a lie, it becomes true. But same thing, 100 times you keep on seeing somebody coming and kicking his old parents. If you have been watching that video 100 times, what happens with you? You become after some time, you will not feel the depth of doing that. First time you may feel that you have hit somebody, then you don't feel anything. Second, you may feel little more. Second time, a little less. Third time, a little less. Fourth, fifth, 100th time, you are okay with it. Okay, it has become part of you. It has become part of you. Such kind of thing that media is doing today with their targeted systems. Okay, now again some of the positives will run through fast. Okay, we have ubiquitous connectivity. Okay, earlier today we celebrate Feast of Saint Francis de Sales, our patron's feast. First time when we came to India, it was in 1838. 1838, MSFS fathers landed in Pondicherry. Okay, Pondicherry, and the letter they wrote. First letter after reaching, they wrote back to the Superior General that we have reached safe and sound. It reached only in 1839, March 18th. 6 months it took. Today at breakneck speed, what is happening here when we are live streaming, what happens? Instantly somebody who sits in America can see. Such is the connectivity that we have grown. Just think of a few years back, early 90s, when just email was started, or in late. Okay, that is about the connectivity. Information explosion. We have such a lot of information on the media. Whatever you use, like we get confused. Especially when you write an assignment and all that, you want to search something. When you search something, every second thing you browse, you will see that it is better than the first one. So you get confused. Information explosion. Then technological convergence. Okay, earlier what you used to do on computer, you could not do it on the mobile. Today everything on mobile. What you call, if you have smart watches, even what you call, you can do all your payments through smart watches today. Okay, you go somewhere and just show it, it becomes even your ID. Smart. Everything is converged. We are grown to that. Then rapid technological advancements we see. Okay, wherever now, for example. Last year, this time I was in Australia. There, when my sister-in-law comes on the way in the train, she will say, heat up the milk, there is a switch. Then there is also a switch for what you call putting on the geysers, putting on all that. What you call, it's called Internet of Things. Internet of Things. In India also we have, and but a lot of rapid technological advancements. After some time you will see everything becomes automated for us. Everybody may have one each robot to help us. Okay, robot. Then globalization of information. Whatever you do in Belgaum, earlier if you want to take your news to public or to make it very big, you had to struggle hard. But today, globalization of information, wherein you can have, you can send through multiple channels and make the information globalized and important. Now, some of the ethical issues arising out of present day media. Shift in moral and social values. The pervasive influence of digital platforms in shaping opinions and content can contribute to the fundamental change in moral and social values, potentially altering societal norms and ethical standards. Just imagine a few years back how Indian society was. Okay? Especially in Mangalore, I just bring an example of divorce. Okay? After the wedding. Okay? Divorce. Earlier, whatever may be the difficulty, some seniors were sharing with me, 35, 40 years back, if you had to divorce in Catholic Church, it was very difficult. Now also it's a tedious process. But what happened? Over the years, now if you see Mangalore, last year with the wedding of 1 year is broken, 997 cases. 997 cases with just 1 year of their marriage, they are divorced. Okay? Earlier, 35, 40 years back, rarely you would find one who is to divorce. Okay? That is the value. Today people can't live together. I'm just giving one example. Many things, shifts in many things, because we don't have too much time. Shift in our moral and social values. We were known for many things. India was looked at for our traditions, cultures and all that. Okay? It is getting shifted. We are moving away. Then diminished critical thinking, excessive reliance on media may lead diminishing of critical thinking skills affecting individuals' ability to analyze information. I was just recently telling our students who write their assignments to ChatGPT. Okay, when what happens if you have a bike? If you have a bike and you don't use it continuously for 6 months, what will happen? What will happen? It will get rusted, then you'll have to redo many things. Now if you don't use your brains, as soon as teacher gives you assignment, if you don't use your brain, just run to ChatGPT, put everything in ChatGPT. Today many GPTs are there, not only ChatGPT, Scan GPT is there, Creative GPT is there, AI, so many different. The students find out whichever is free and they use the free ones. After some time they leave it. 1 month they will give you free usage. After that they use many, at least 20, 25 different GPTs are available. Okay, you continuously use that, what happens? Your critical thinking skills will go away. You will not be able to reason out. You will not be able to reason out, and constantly when you use that, fully dependent on that. Okay, you can use. I'm not telling that you should not use that. You can use, but use it in a sense where you use also your intellect. Use also your intellect. Then fostering negative behavioral patterns. Exposure to certain digital content can contribute to development of negative behavioral patterns. If you see our film industry, I will tell you, our Karnataka film industry, if one film is successful in violence, taking one long and go and hit everybody, kill. After that, and that who is that Shivraj Kumar has done, all of them will carry also swords with them. Okay, okay, and I'm just maybe also sometimes in some of the medias, what you see, how you treat your parents, how you treat your elders, how you treat the society, how you treat your neighbors, how it is depicted, and how that kind of violence is coming, fostering negative behavior. Now, any video game you take, just take Coin Master, simple game. Coin Master, what you do there, you go and destroy somebody's village. Okay? You play empires, you go and kill and shoot and conquer the kingdom. Anywhere, anything, except what you call that farm village, where you plant and all that. But even somebody comes and destroys your crops there. Okay? Too much of negatives. All this, what is happening, when you are indulging in that, unknowingly in your subconscious mind, all these values are getting formed. You are getting okay to the negatives, positives will be slowly disappearing from your life. Then transformation of desires into perceived needs. Okay, what are our basic needs? Roti, kapda, makan, food, clothing and shelter. Now, for example, a boy sees that in his college, everybody is wearing Adidas shoes. Okay, Adidas shoes. And this boy comes home, he says he will not go home, he will not go to college back. Why? Parents are asking him why? Because everybody comes with that. Everybody comes with that. And only when he puts Adidas shoes, he gets confidence. Advertisements are showing that. And in the college, peer group pressure is there everywhere. Lot of our desires, they are only our desire. Any shoe is okay to cover our feet, or any chappal is enough to cover our feet. But then we go for brands. All this the needs are becoming desires. Needs are becoming desires. Transformation of desires into perceived needs. Okay, some of you feeling sleepy, alright? Yeah. What is the full form of Adidas? You know what's Adidas? Huh?
All day I dream about
ChatGPT or yeah, very good. All day I dream about sports. Okay, just to make little light, I'll ask you one small riddle. Okay, are you ready for the riddle? Yeah. Okay, there was a boy who used to like to smoke cigarettes. Okay, smoke cigarettes, young fellow. He wanted to smoke cigarettes, but cigarettes were expensive. BDs were cheaper. BD doesn't like, but he wanted to smoke only cigarettes. What he used to do, he used to go to the bus stand early morning. Bus stand he goes early morning and he will collect the small cigarette butts which are fallen there. He'll come back home and out of 6 butts, he used to make 1 cigarette. Out of 6 butts, he used to make 1 cigarette and smoke. One fine day when he went for collection, he got 36 butts. How many cigarettes does he make? 0. Think nicely and tell me. Let me see whether you are all clever people. Out of 6 butts, he made 1 cigarette. One fine morning when he went, he got 36 butts. How many cigarettes does he make? 1. Wrong answer. Not too much time I'll give. Let me only tell you the answer. Okay, giving up. If somebody were to tell, I would have given 100 rupees. Yeah, not to the priest. Not to the priest. Maybe I have asked somewhere. Sandesha was part of my training programs earlier. Okay, giving up. Giving up. Answer is 7. Answer is 7. How it is, you know? Out of 6 butts, he used to make 1 cigarette. One fine morning when he went, he got 36 butts. 6 cigarettes he makes. He smokes 6 cigarettes. There will be 6 butts left. Out of the 6 butts, he will make 1 more cigarette. So 6 plus 1 is the 7. Now let us come back to ethics. Come back to ethics. Escaping to virtual realms. Okay. Present day generation. Earlier, nowadays schools are very sensitive. Schools are very sensitive because every parent has got only 1 child or 2 children. 1 child or 2 children. Earlier, how many? My mother's brothers and sisters are 10. My father's brothers and sisters are 6, half a dozen. My mother's 2 less than 1 dozen. Okay? When we have so many children at home, what happens? There is a lot of understanding, adjustment, sharing, caring and all that. Present day in the school, first day, LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard. I was school principal, always complaints by parents. They come and complain to you. What do they complain? Other one is beating, other one is troubling. Some complaints about others only in the class. Why? Because these children are not able to adjust. They have not learned adjustment at home. When they come home, they are not able to mingle with the others and that adjustment. Now, same thing is happening when you are all alone. As you start, as the small children today, most of them don't eat food. Best technique to make them eat food is how, you know, give your mobile. Give your mobile. They will eat as much as you feed them, they will eat. And they start learning this mobile. My small nephew, he was telling me when I had that one iPhone, he was telling me, Bapu, you are having an iPhone is useless for you. Do you know how to make motion picture? Do you know how to make this one, that one? Which I did not know. He knows much better than me. He's 8-year-old. He knows much better than me to make use of my phone. Our children are maybe this youth who are sitting here are much better than how we make use of our phone. Why I'm telling that? Because early access to all these things, all of us would like to escape to virtual realms. Earlier what we used to do, we used to come out to play. When we get some free time, then we used to meet all the village boys, girls and we used to play. But today all of us play in our rooms. We enjoy, we don't feel bored. It becomes, then what happens? No socializing, lot of psychological defects. Lot of psychological defects. Sometimes there are 2-3 boys who come in Mangalore to see me like weekly once or something, where they have got social phobia. One boy was working in Dubai, almost for 3 years he worked. He couldn't meet anybody. Now he feels afraid to stay also. He has come back. Only he can adjust with his father, not even with his mother. He is afraid of his mother also. Social phobia. Okay? Social phobia. Escaping into virtual realms. We feel sad in the company of somebody. We go off secluded. And that will affect our psychology. Then promotion of unrealistic standards. Okay? Promotion of media shows you lot of things, hyped things which are like not close to the ideal. They are not close to the real. It's only utopian. Okay, such kind of things. They are promoting unrealistic standards. They are not praising you for what you are. They are asking, suggesting you to be what you are not. Like you are not able to become that. That is the pressure that the media is trying to put on you through its different content. Then erosion of human connection. Okay, today, even if earlier we used to write during Christmas season, we used to have a lot of greeting cards. We had a beautiful tradition to tie some ropes and put all these cards. Today everything is disappeared. All over WhatsApp message. Birthday and WhatsApp message. Earlier we used to call, speak, share and all that. Today most of the things, that human connection, going and visiting, meeting, all that is dwindling. Erosion of human connection. Now, media is a blessing. Media is a blessing, but with many risk factors. 50% of people online lie about their age, weight, job, marital status, and gender. Okay? How do the youngsters chat on your dating sites and all that? Shoe and all that. You put ASL. What is ASL? Age, sex, location. Okay? Age. You may be 40 or you may be 30. You will say 18. Age, sex. Sometimes some people want to, they want to grope some girls or some boys. They will pretend, boys will pretend to be girls, girls will pretend to be boys and try to grope. In internet, all this is happening. Age, sex, location. They will put like that. They will chat. And today, with there is an app in your mobile wherein you can change your voice into a female voice. You have to pay 17 rupees for that every day if you want to use that app. And you can speak like a female if that person is calling you and all that. Different kind of faking. 50% of people online, these are some ratios from Vidura magazines, old Vidura magazine. 20% will experience clear negative effects in their life. Okay, 20% of people are, we can see already in Mangalore there is one de-addiction center, media de-addiction center in Snehalaya. Around 150 youth are there. In Punjab also we have internet de-addiction center run by Pira fathers. Okay, and there are also so many people there because they experience a lot of negative effects. You are not able to, one negative effect is you are not able to live without it. Live without it, you are so addicted. Then it is one of the reasons for relationship problems in 50% of families. Recently there was a church magazine taking a ratio or asking the reason behind their divorces. All of them said doubt of infidelity. Okay, she speaks with others, he speaks with others. That is the problem. Relationship problems, because we are not able to trust each other. Then 11% are becoming compulsive and addicted. Without mobile, without media, I am not able to live. To that stage that we are becoming. Now some of the social media and psychotic disorders. Increased addiction can lead to psychotic disorder like schizophrenia. It's a severe mental disorder characterized by disruption in thinking, affecting language, perception and sense of self. You are too much involved in your mobile. When you are having a physical conversation, you forget what you are speaking. While studying, you forget what you are doing. You don't have that proper logical thinking. It's a kind of schizophrenia which will give disruption in thinking, which will affect your language, perception, sense of self. It may also lead one to withdrawal from social life, affecting friendships, relationship, and disorganized behavior that affects day-to-day life. You will move away from people. Then, internet addiction disorder, IAD. These are some of the things I'll read out now. They see that whether you are already having this disorder. More than 3 hours online a day. How many of you are more than 3 hours online a day? 1 or 2 are there already. Okay, you are online when you have nothing else to do. You are online when you have nothing else to do. You postpone your food. Some people can go without their breakfast, lunch, even dinner also. They are so glued to that. I had a boy in our Bangalore hostel, namely Jeans, and later he went to a de-addiction center also. He wouldn't eat, it was like a stick, he had become like a stick, morning, afternoon, evening, full time watching, every day 6 films, 7 films. Same movies he watches again and again. Yeah? Then you get annoyed when friends or family members call you. When your mother calls you for something, you feel so angry, you're on your mobile. Mother says go and get something, you get frustrated. Okay, you yell at them. Your mind remains in online even after leaving online activity. Okay, your mind remains always online. Then you develop a disassociate state, and now people will end up with these results for internet addiction disorder, personal neglect. You will forget about yourself. You will forget about your looks. Forget about your clothing. Forget about everything. When you are too much worried of internet, you are just because you don't have time to take bath alone. Some of the youth in the hostel, they don't have time to take bath. 5 minutes just they will spray some perfume and all that. They don't have time to wash their clothes. I'm just telling you the real situations which are happening today in the hostels and all that. Personal neglect, compulsive checking and clicking. So they keep the phone in the pocket. Every second minute they have to open and see. Nothing would have happened. They are having a feeling that there is a peak. There is a peak, something came. Okay? So compulsive checking and clicking, isolation and avoidance from people. You will move away from people. You have lost productivity. You will get into depression, mental problems. You can get into sexual addiction, gambling away savings. Today most of the games are like you have to, in case you get so involved into a game, you want to be at the top of the level, every time you have to pay, it starts from 50 rupees. Starts from 50 rupees. In Mangalore, a very rich family, only son, his dad was planning to, we buy our musical instruments from them. They have a big musical instruments company and all that. So his dad was planning to celebrate his 18th birthday, and he wanted to get him a license, get him a bike, get him a car, all that on that day. But what happened, he was a little bit afraid of his dad. He had gambled away a lot of money on this mobile games and all that. Then he committed suicide just 3 months before his birthday. What a shattering thing it was to see, you know. Could see lots of young people came crying. Parents could not control. I have seen it in my own eyes. Okay, many people, if we don't take care, all these things can happen. Gambling away savings, and to hide that because you are young, you are dependent on parents. And what happens when you do all that? You are hiding it and doing, and you are afraid that they will come to know. When they come to know, you think that your ego is hurt, then you think of ending life. That is what is happening today. Then internet abuse in the workplace, academic failure because of that. Okay. Now, why such an attraction? Okay. Now, all of us need dopamine. You know, you have to be happy. We need dopamine. What is that dopamine? If you drink a cup of coffee also, hot coffee, early morning hot coffee, you feel good, relaxed. It's a kind of dopamine. Media gives you a lot of dopamine today. When you have put a photo, 100 likes, 200 likes, 1000 likes, 1 lakh likes. Today, how can you get likes? 8 rupees if you pay to boost your post. 8 rupees if you pay, 400 likes you get. 32 rupees if you pay, you will get 2000 likes. Okay? 100,000 if you pay, 10,000 likes, 20,000 likes. Some of the small websites, news websites in Mangalore, they keep telling that our news story got 1 lakh views. We can boost this today views just by paying. In your Facebook you can see, have you seen that boosting your post? Yeah? Or you can do search engine optimization today. You can play with hashtags, play with letters, different ways that you can boost your post. That will give you when you do something successfully, your brain will give you a dose of dopamine and other happiness hormones making you happy. Same thing happens when you see likes, positive comments, shares for your Facebook and Instagram posts. Social media modify your moods and gives you strange experiences. Okay, so this dopamine today, earlier, what we used to get it like sitting together and speaking, sharing, and all that. I'll show you that also. Okay, okay, I'm not really happy with that slide. Okay, how we get by sharing and all that, we used to get that dopamine, but today our dopamine is only on our media. Okay, I spoke to you about FOMO already. Okay, now these are the recent statistics. I think I'm running short of time. I have just only starting point. Okay. Now, violence and aggression, unrealistic beauty standards, stereotyping and discrimination, cyberbullying and online harassment. I think I'll just see what is important for you and I'll keep behavior, sexualization, romantic relationships, sexting. Okay. Now, I think because a lot of youngsters are here, I should tell you something about sexting. What is sexting? Do you knowingly or unknowingly, you might have indulged in sexting. Sexting is you text something, but keeping in mind at the back of mind somebody is groping at you only in view of sex. Only in view of sex. Somebody speaks with you, chats with you, you should be careful of such kind of people. Somebody who, unknown strangers speaking to you on your phone or chatting on your phone, please don't allow. Okay? It can lead to what you call kind of strange consequences in your life. It can make you many things. Some of them can get killed, even it can go. Sexting is danger, fear and anxiety, polarization, is shaping our identity, diverse perspectives, formation of opinion. Okay. Now I want to just because I'll leave this slide with you. You can read that. I think I'll just.
Maybe take some more time.
Is it better? I was given a note that they have to go also, I think. Yeah. Okay. I think towards the end I'll come. Those things you can. I'll leave it. Father to pass on the slides on WhatsApp here. Okay. Now I think I spoke to you about algorithms. Okay, after that I want to speak today about some spams because Bishop was asking yesterday to speak on spams. Okay, this was some content how you create for social media content, how you create for church. Now I just see social media can be used for community building, then communication and outreach, engagement and interaction. These are the characteristics. Evangelization, education and discipleship, crisis response, interfaith dialogue, youth engagement, fundraising, storytelling and testimonies. Okay, storytelling and testimony. Today, different beautiful way to evangelize. You want to tell your story, make a small reel, something what touched you in the homily today, something what touched you from the Bible, something values, different values what you get touched. Simply make a small reel about that. You put that. That's a kind of testimony. Storytelling and testimony. Live streaming you do, I think. So, then prayer networks. Today, if you see, there are a lot of good things on your what you call Facebook groups, Instagram groups. There is what you call 10,000 hours rosary rally. Okay, then different prayer groups are there. Different things that you can get involved into that. Then engaging with cultural trends. Then, humanizing the church. Okay, now we'll come to speak about media scams. These days, the scams are increasing. Okay, and just give a nutshell about the scams. Okay, now media platforms are widely used but have become tools for scams. Rise in digital fraud due to widespread internet use and reliance on online communication. Maybe after what we call now, we are becoming cashless society. On the way of becoming cashless society, many people, all of us, I think, except a few youngsters, all of us may be operating Google Pay, Phone Pay, RuPay, different kinds of money and all that, online, what we call, online use of our bank accounts and all that. So in that context, scams are also growing. People want to cheat you in as good as, like as many ways as possible. They find out every day new tricks to cheat you. Okay. Now, first thing, you are under digital arrest scam. Have you heard? Recently, some people lost. One old man lost 80 lakhs. Somebody lost 73 lakhs. Grown-up people, well-read people, retired people, and being sure when somebody calls you one day and says you are on a digital arrest or you are on, no police can arrest you digitally. First thing, let it go into your head very clearly. Nobody can arrest you digitally. They can say so many things. Nowadays they call and tell you your phone number is like we are calling from what you call that TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, and your phone number is used for a lot of illegal activities and all those things. It will tell, and after if you continue to that, it will link you, and you are not able to cut the call also. You are not able to cut the call unless you are clever enough to remove the battery. You have to, it won't get cut also. You can try next time when somebody does like that, and then you can't put off your phone. Some people were trapped like that. So these are, you are under digital arrest scam. Scammers impersonate police or government officials. If this they will say they are calling from police station or government officials or TRAI authorities, some IAS officers, IPS officers, they will say nobody will call you and catch you over the mobile. If they want to, if they have caught so much of thing of you, they will come directly to your place and arrest you. Don't worry till you get arrested. Don't get digitally arrested. They use fear and urgency to coerce victims and paying fines and sharing sensitive data. They will say, okay, you have done all these mistakes. Somehow they will confuse you and you will start beginning to think that I have done that mistake. Because so many times they keep telling, your phone was used for that, this one, this, like that. You might have done something of something, then you will start feeling guilty, then you will start giving in to that. Commonly involves fake calls, emails and messages. So that is digital, you are under digital arrest scam. Now scamming tactics, phishing. Okay, one is phishing, it is age-old thing. Fake links or messages, stealing personal data. Okay, now when you are getting to your email or to your mobile or something, somebody says, for a Christian priest and all, some people know because from the websites, these are priests and all that, they will send us, one sister has left, 1 lakh pounds for you. And if you want to take that 1 lakh pounds, 20,000 rupees you have to pay. I have seen so many victim priests who have fallen prey to this stupid message. Stupid message, phishing. That's called phishing. Fake links, messages, and then they steal a lot of your personal data. Okay, and some of they come with malwares on your email. When you see such kind of thing, when you open, what happens? It will go into, if you have compromised with your cookies and given permission for something, they will get it to scan your whole system, take even the passwords also. Passwords. And another common way is stealing your profile. They will create your Facebook profile or Instagram profile in the same way like you are. They will steal your photos if you are not logged your profile, and then what they will do? They will ask for money to your friends. I am urgently caught up somewhere, just pass me 20,000 rupees, I'll give you back within 4 hours or within 1 day, like that they keep telling you. Impersonation, pretending to be trusted figures, social media scams, fraudulent profiles, lottery scams, fake crowdfunding, etc. Somebody says recently in the name of Bishop, Bangalore Archbishop gave the a notification in his name. Somebody is collecting money for cancer patients, or I exactly don't remember. called fake crowdfunding. Then deepfakes and AI, imitating voices and videos. Today there are so many free apps. It will exactly speak like a bishop. Like as if Bishop Derek is calling me and telling Sudeep, I want urgently 1 lakh rupees and I end up somewhere. When I come back to Bishop's house, I'll give you. It will exactly speak like him. Then we will be there, because when the call doesn't come from his number, when there is some, when it has come from a compromised email, you should always get back immediately without, you should not jump in that Bishop has asked, I'm going to give you immediately. They do it with always with the, famous personalities, where you can't say a no, and they cheat that. Then ransomware, okay, that malwares and all that they send through emails and all that. Then exploit, digital investment scams, romance scams. Have you heard of romance scams? Yeah. Recently, a girl in Tamil Nadu committed suicide. Romance scam. Okay, some people pretending to be what they are not. Okay, lots of people. Some good things you may hear now and then. Some story. Facebook brought somebody from Russia and the Indian got married. Somebody from Germany met somebody in India, somewhere in one village. One girl and German and Indian got married, different ways. But there are also so many fake romance scams. Sometimes the fellow will be close by you, and when they grow intimate, what happens? They may ask you to share pictures, share semi-nude pictures, different ways, and all that is collected. And then what happens? Afterwards, you are blackmailed to pay that money. Okay. Recently in Mangalore also there was one case. She gave up to 20 lakhs, but after giving 20 lakhs, still that fellow was not keeping quiet. After giving 20 lakhs, she went to the police station. She should have gone earlier before giving. I think they recovered the money. Then fake apps and websites steal data of funds, etc. Impact on us through scam is financial loss, emotional distress, reduced trust of people and institutions. Okay, I think aligned with that, there are also many things. After that, I wanted to speak. I think we will discuss it during our question and answer session, because I heard that you are coming from far and I have run out of time. Okay. So, any questions, brothers? After, sorry.
Thank you, Father Sudeep, for that thought-provoking address. You have given us much to ponder to further enrich this discussion. Without wasting much time, we now have a response from Mr. Rishikesh Bahadur Desai, Senior Assistant Editor at The Hindu, a journalist who has consistently upheld ethical journalism in his career. Mr. Desai, we are eager to hear your reflections. The stage is yours.
Thank you, everybody. There is a piece from Chandogya Upanishad that says that Tadam Utkrishta Unna Parishta Na Prayatna means this job was so good that there is no need to better it. It is usually said when you are describing God's grace. God's grace is so good that there is no way to, you cannot better it. So I thank Dr. Sudeep for very interesting and engaging lecture and a very interesting question that none of you were able to answer. But you know what speech. You might have seen me because I am sending news also, but I heard most of the speech. My favorite line from the speech was that I am running out of time. I'll ask the brother to send my slide to all of you through WhatsApp. That was my favorite. This is just to raise your curiosity. Who is the Prime Minister of India? If I don't know, I should not be a journalist, right? But I'm asking. Narendra Das, Damodar Das. Where does he come from? Gujarat. Do you happen to know which caste he belongs to? Can you hear me without your mind? Do you know which caste Prime Minister Modi belongs to? There is a senior MLA in Belgaum who belongs to the same caste, and Prime Minister Modi's brother and he are on the same committee. Do you know? He is a Gadiga, oil puller, oil maker. Lakshman Saudi, who is a MLA from Atheni, he is a Gadiga. Lakshman Saudi and Mr. Prahlad Modi, who is the younger brother of the Prime Minister, they are an All India committee association of people belong to the caste which was making oil. Now, why am I bringing the Prime Minister's caste into a discussion on media and ethics? Actually, when Clara Madam called me and Louis and Bishop Saab told me it's a discussion on media and ethics, I was afraid because they will start talking about my media. Thankfully, they are talking about your media. So I am chill. What is that? Swag. In 1947, or even till 1960, most of India did not have electricity. I come from a well-to-do family. We had the biggest house in the village. But when I was growing up in the 70s, we had no electricity. We used to have because we are a rich family, we had our own gobar gas plant, and that gas was supplied in all rooms, and we lit up lights. But in the village square, there was a kerosene lamp, and there was a chap who used to come, he used to switch on that lamp, and in the morning come with a hood, which you see in the church at the pulpit, and douse those flares. Now, what has got this story from my childhood to do with media and ethics? This is your second question. You have not been able to answer his one question. How will you answer my second question? Now, where is it? I come to an ethical question. When electricity was introduced in every house in this country, Karnataka was among the first states to provide electricity free of cost to the poor in 1981. Some of you may ask, if everybody starts using electricity lamps, what will happen to the livelihood of Gadigas? Narendra Modi's father, grandfather, they will be making oil and selling. You are snatching away their livelihood. What are Gadigas supposed to do if everybody starts putting LED bulbs? It's a very straightforward question, isn't it? You appreciate what I am telling you. These are the questions which are raised whenever there is a new technology. We are all getting old, closer, looking forward either to retirement or death, whichever is earlier, and we try to speak in a very patronizing manner and say that today's generation are addicted to social media. Don't believe us. We were addicted to Akashvani. We were addicted to television. I have had several of my friends who have missed their brothers' marriages because they were watching India-Pakistan cricket match. There is a very famous story about Aurangzeb. Everybody has heard. It's not a story, some kind of an example. People say that Aurangzeb was against music. He used to kill musicians. Isn't it? Of course, there is no record of him or ordering anybody's killing, but he was opposed to music, that is for sure. How do you know that? We know it because there is a farman. What is a farman? Farman is an order where he stops monthly grants to all mosques which had what is called a Tahdeer Khana. What is a Tahdeer Khana? It's a music center. Okay? Why is that? If you know a bit of Islam, Islam में नशा हराम है. Addiction is not sacred. Is to be banished. So what is addiction? It's not just drugs. It's not just mind-altering materials. Have you seen people who are addicted to music? If you go to Lokamanya Ridge Theatre, every Tuesday you will find all these fellows who are addicted to music. Similarly, human beings have this innate tendency to rely too much on something which is outside of their mind. So what is Nasha? Nasha, one of the definitions is when something else other than your mind controls you. That is Nasha. So at one time in the history of mankind, we were addicted to paper. Now we are addicted to the screen. There is not much difference between you and your father. So don't feel bad when he tells you, don't look at the phone too much. He has been through that. You have to sympathize with him. Arey Baba, I can understand what you feel. But then, have you heard about a term called kitchen knife hypothesis? Kitchen knife, you have a knife in your kitchen. You can use it to make food or kill somebody. Similarly, social media is a tool. I'll give you my own example. When I joined journalism several years ago, there were no computers in newspaper offices. We used to write by hand. I am tempted to come and speak to you one full day, one full session about journalism jokes. There is a chief minister of Gujarat. What is his name? Poor fellow. His name was Indubhai Desai. Okay? My dear friend, who later became an MP, he was asked by his boss to translate that copy. And usually what happens, newspaper offices receive so much of news every day that they can't publish it every day. So they keep some for tomorrow. It's called the fridge in the newspaper. You keep your unused food in the fridge. So somebody took yesterday's copy and gave it to him and said, you translate this by changing the deadline so that it can go tomorrow. So what came into his mind? What is the Kannada term for today? Hindu. So wherever Hindu, he translated it as Nale. So he made Gujarat Chief Minister Nale Bhai Desai. Because Hindu Bhai Desai, he had come for an inauguration of some hall or something in Bangalore. Hindu Bhai Desai ಅವರು ಹಿಂದೂ ಹೇಳಿದರು. So ನಾಳೆ ಬಾಯಿ ದೇಸಾಯಿ ಅವರು ನಾಳೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. So that is how human beings are written because our minds are bombarded with information. You don't know what to keep for today, you don't know what to keep for tomorrow. However, from that age, Louis We used to write by hand, and there used to be a guy called the spelling checker. He used to call us because he could not understand our handwriting or something, and then you had to rewrite it. There can be so many examples, but I am trying to tell you today, just after coming here, because evenings, as Madam was telling you, evenings are very difficult for us to come out. We had an important meeting in the Vidhan Savda today, Suvarna Savda, and two issues were raised there. One about microfinance, another about release of Hitkal Dam water to Dharwad. But when I had left home at around 5:30, I had not got that news. When I came here, I got it. I got it in Kannada. I translated it and opened I have my own newspaper, we have a back-end website. I opened that site, sent pictures and photos. In 1990s, I could not have done it. There was no way. I had to rush back to the office. I'll tell you another example also. Vajpayee came to inaugurate a bridge in Mangalore. So I was wearing my identity card inside my shirt because again like this I am wearing another shirt. And the police could not differentiate between who was the Aam Aadmi, common man and journalist, and they beat us up. I got beaten up here. But then I had to come back to my office and file a complaint. This is just my example. Do you know, have you heard of a man called Karl Malamud? We'll call him sir one day. He is an American Jew. He is involved in digitalization of all classical literature in India. He has donated some 8 crores. My friends are involved in digitizing all Gandhi Bhavan literature. They have finished Bangalore Gandhi Bhavan. They are doing all India, all other language Gandhi Bhavan. He was the man who went to court in America saying that all share market data should be out in the open source. That was done when? That was done in 1992. Have you heard of a mobile app called Zerodha? It has a very interesting Belgaum connection. It is run by brothers Nitin and Nikhil Kamath. Nitin Kamath's wife is from Belgaum. In fact, her father has a shop just 1 kilometer from here. How does that app work? It takes all data. When I say all, it is lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of pages of data which is related to companies, etc. And then gives you option to invest your money. So many journalists that I know, forget journalists, doctors, lawyers, engineers. One day, one of our journalist friends met with an accident and we took him to a doctor. And he was busy doing what? Investing his money on Zerodha. Then he came to see you. Earlier, can you imagine, have you seen old films? Have you seen Guru? Abhishek Bachchan wala Guru. Have you seen this scene from the share market there? People are shouting, they don't allow him to enter. It is a gated community. But now it is open. Similarly with media. But what are the dangers of social media? There are only two I will tell you majorly. We have just celebrated 100 years of Gandhiji's visit to Belgaum. He said, I have only two messages, truth and non-violence. The problem in social media, and because some political parties are abusing social media, truth has become a casualty. Secondly, non-violence. Imagine you are all friends, you are walking from your college to a canteen. It's usually the canteen which is outside the college premises which has the better tea than the canteen inside the college premises, right? If 6 people gather and beat up somebody mercilessly, do you feel like standing and watching it, or do you feel like going over? You feel like going over, right? Singapore, 3 people got together and beat up 3 others mercilessly, and their video clips were shared. We were all watching it without empathy or a sense of guilt or bitterness. So this is the most dangerous. When somebody tells you that people are killing somebody in Gaza or in Ukraine, you don't feel it, because we have normalized violence. We have also normalized what? Othering. We have said, these people are ours, those people are not. This is the most dangerous. What is other biggest danger? Whenever you meet seniors in your family group, they will be forwarding things that they think are interesting. One best example is health advice. Everybody will tell you what to eat, what not to eat if you are a diabetic. I want to ask them whether have you tried this on yourself? No. Whenever there is a snake bite, you make him drink garlic juice, okay? Somebody will send. Has he tried when he has got a snake bite? No. So by flooding these channels with things which are nothing, nowhere related to truth, we are reducing the sanctity of truth. This is what Hannah Arendt said. Who was Hannah Arendt? She was a woman who escaped Nazi harassment. She said, whenever fascists come to power, what do they try to do? They delete the line between truth and untruth, so that you never know what is true, what is not true, and then one day you stop caring. We have become so immune to truth that we have stopped asking whether this is true or not. Today we have gathered here in such an opportune time when bishops around the world are making headlines. Marianne Buddy, she got called names by Donald Trump for saying what? For saying you should have mercy on people. I am reminded of another bishop, Dietrich Bonhoeffer. You should go home and read him. I always give advice to my friends that whenever you have doubt, don't Google it. Use Wikipedia to find it. You have the Google bar, right? Just write whatever question you want and just add the word wiki. So your Wikipedia page opens. He is the man who gave something called theory of stupidity. He is a young priest who was killed by Hitler just 1 month before he died himself. In the jail he wrote what is called theory of stupidity, and the question he dealt with is, why do good people become bad because the rulers are bad? Extremely honest, kind, caring people, they become killer machines. He says that's because we sell our intelligence to the people who rule and we become stupid on a mass level. So the biggest danger of social media, unless we get up in time and wake up, is that it will turn us, all of us, into a nation of morons, which are very easy to be misled. If you have had how many of you have gone to central schools? Central schools have the preamble of the Constitution on the first page. You may have seen it everywhere because nowadays there is a preamble reading day. It says 3 things. They are influenced by or inspired by the French Revolution. Liberté, equality and fraternity. Liberty, equality, we all understand. What is fraternity? And to be gender fair, sorority. Fraternity is that somebody is your brother, the feeling that, and you have to protect the interest of your brother. Similarly, somebody is your sister and you have to protect the interest of the system. The biggest damage being done to this generation, at least in a country like India, which is half literate, is we are losing fraternity. A very famous statement, I think from Charles Patrick, who said, the trend in the world is that nobody is hungry because I have a hunger meal. So this is the kind of beasts that social media is turning out to be. But it's not very difficult to come out of it. What is the easiest way to get out of it? What do you learn in psychology? Introspection. What is introspection? If you have seen all those Dr. Rajkumar movies in the past where he is playing a double role, so his body comes out of one body and goes and stands there. So whenever you think that somebody else outside your own mind is influencing you, you just keep an eye on yourself. That's all. Then you start doubting whether the message I received just now is true or false, and whether any purpose is served if I forward it to somebody or no. There are several millions of good things that have happened due to social media. I'll give you just one example. There is one family in Mangalore where both the parents died in COVID. They had 3 daughters. They had no near relatives. They had a house which was granted by the government. The 3 girls were living in that one-room house. They are going to school and reading, studying and doing some work. Somebody, one fellow, reel maker, who was he? I met him. He is a donkey chauffeur. That fellow took pictures and videos of those girls and put it out. I think this is 2021 or so. Then, as I say, it takes a crisis to wake up your conscience. So, everybody got upset and concerned, and somebody from America, a man from Bangalore who was living in America, he wrote to the government and said that if you put them all 3 in the hostels, I will take care of other things. So, now they are in hostel. Because I am a newsman, I can tell you 1,000 things which are positive things which have come out of social media. As I told you, this is again a tool. But my advice to you is, what are we talking about? We are talking about artificial intelligence and robotics taking away our jobs. Okay? Yesterday, Honorable External Minister has gone and fallen at the feet of American government saying we will take back 18,000 people in 1 month. So what does it all say? All of you, whatever course you are studying, whether it is engineering, medicine, law, journalism, whatever, we are all likely to be replaced. But who will not be replaced? He who knows how to use the technology will not be replaced. So I am not one who gives you an idea as to stop using them. I will ask you not only to use AI and other related media, but wrestle with it. You fight with it. If there is a voice recognition software, make it understand and recognize your voice, so that you be the master of it and that should not be your master. However, you should always go, leave your shoes, stand at a corner and watch yourself. But this applies not just to social media, to everything. If Aurangzeb was alive today, he would have said, it would have applied to music also. It is always great coming to you, speaking to you. I am a very proud alumni of the Moscow Evangelization. I have great regard for such institutions. If I had not gone there, I would have neither learnt English nor been a reporter in an English newspaper and led a decent life. I have had the most life transforming lessons from my pastors, brothers, sisters and fathers, my friends who accepted me open-heartedly. Great regard, I keep coming back. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful response. We now open the floor for a brief question and answer without wasting much time. With the less time we have, I kindly request Sudeep and Mr. Desai to be on the stage. And it is our opportunity, dear friends, to make use of this opportunity by asking your questions. Now the stage is open to the audience.
How many questions shall we have? Depending on time. Five questions. We'll have 5 questions. Yeah.
We should have 5 questions.
Yeah.
Good evening, Father. Good evening, sir. My question to you is, how can educators teach media literacy skills to students in a rapidly changing digital landscape? How can we as educators teach media literacy skills to students in a rapidly changing digital landscape?
There are today so many courses which are available. Google conducts a lot of what you call about media training, free media trainings online. They have in the model of the Pakshala, same way like what you call media literacy skills courses. There are lots of online courses also available, and also it's by your own use and experience, and also the sharing, and you're among the people with the students and all that. You can see what are their problems and what do they face and all that, and you can come up with responses by wikiing them, as sir said, wikiing or googling or using ChatGPT or speaking to some media experts. Media psychologists are there today, so they can, and a lot of training programs are available.
Thank you, sir. When can you teach something? When you know it. So I request all teachers to start using whatever your students are using, without being very moralistic about it. One, you will know it better than they do because you have experience on your side. Secondly, you will not be teased for your use of long spellings. What is WT? That's all.
Second one, yeah.
So here I have to ask about religious. In the second slide or third slide, it showed about ChatGPTs and bots.
Yeah.
Which were like ChatGPTs giving sermons, robotic machines giving sermons. Is it okay or is it acceptable for us? What are your opinions on this?
Yeah, Catholic Church is open to that. Today we got the latest, message for the World Day of Communications by Pope this year, that is sharing hope with others. And last year's World Communication Day message was that Pope is asking us all to use artificial intelligence, but then we have to use it discreetly, and we have to use that for the sake of building the society and building. And there is no problem of using it. Church allows it freely, and you can use them.
Do you not think like as some humans, AI is going to take place of people in the workplaces? In the same way, may not AI take the place of priests?
Yeah, we are lacking. We are lacking priests now. Most of the places, most of the places are running in Europe and all. I think one diocese in Australia is full of Indian priests. They don't have local priests at all there. Over, I say about after 50 years or 100 years, maybe we'll be having digital religion and and digital praise and digital, everything digital. 100 years from now, maybe. And church will always adapt. Church will always adapt. Every religion will adapt. And one of my latest book is getting released on February 11. Today we got the cover. I just showed Bishop. Virtue in the virtual. Virtue in the virtual. What different religions speak and what are the ethical implications and all that. By interviewing around 444 respondents, most of the religions will adapt. As the time comes, when the society grows, we can't remain. We cannot say don't use that and we cannot remain behind. We have to use them, we have to adapt them, we have to use them, what you call discreetly.
I restrict my answer only to the workplace. See, what you have raised is a very, very important thing. In fact, it has appeared on the agenda of most world leaders. The European Parliament has talked about it. Okay? In Korea, there is a department now which is looking at how many people will lose their jobs because of robots. For us Indians, where labor is very cheap and you have your bodies coming and doing things for you, we may not imagine it. Okay? But how many of your friends and families that you know of are already using robotic floor cleaners? Have you seen that round machine which goes around? Most people who live in apartments, even in Belgaum, they are using it. Okay? So you can never stop a technology, an idea that whose time has come. But then, what differentiates a machine from a man? One is creativity. Secondly, this is how I learned to write and Father Bishop learned to write. I don't know how you learned to write. How we learned to write was we were given a book of letters where the first line was already written. And we wrote below that copying the letters. Okay? A for apple, B for B, whatever. Standing line, sleeping line. And for people like me, slanting line. So how does a computer or a robot work? It works on the input that we have given it. That is why you see nowadays robots and AI having prejudice against black people, against women, against old people. That is because the man who gave the input was prejudiced. So what will become better than the machine? A man who does not have prejudice. Man, when I say man, a woman also. A man or woman who is creative. And a man or woman who is willing to face a challenge which was not faced in the past. Because a robot or AI will be able to handle only things which have been faced in the past. So, robots replacing us, whether it is teachers, journalists or priests, as you said, doctors. Just last month, November, that robotic surgery KLE Hospital, of all places, used a robot to conduct a pancreatic surgery in November. So, they are not many years away, they are already here. But then, we have to beat them because we are the creator, they are the created. So how do you beat them? By being innovative, by being creative, and being able to face new challenges. And what does a robot have? Does not have that man has? Heart. It is your kindness, your empathy. An AI will never have. So this is something. A priest may give you a sermon, but he will never be empathetic or sympathetic to that person. So that is my short answer.
Any more? Okay, done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Father. Thank you, dear sir, for enriching the audience with your insightful experience on media. As we hear the conclusion of this enlightening seminar, it is now my honor to invite His Excellency Most Reverend Dr. Derek Fernandez, Bishop of Belgaum, to address us and share his thoughts on this theme.
My dear friends, I think both the speakers have not left anything from this speech. But I'm an expert in speaking out of nothing. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Father Sudeep spoke about the advancement of technology, the advantages and the disadvantages. Somewhere between 1988 90, I don't know whether some of you were born also. If you had to speak over the phone from Belgaum to Harvard, early in the morning you had to book a call. You have to dial 180. I want to book a call to Harvard. Then you'll ask the number call or PP. Number call is, the number will ring, PP means somebody has to be called. Then you'll say, number call or whatever it is. You give the number. And then we will ask urgent or ordinary. Then you say ordinary or urgent, whatever it is. You say urgent, lightning or express. But believe me, it will go on in the evening and at the end of the day they will say no connectivity and therefore the call has been cancelled, you try tomorrow. Today you have got mobile, you can speak instantly everywhere. I came back in 1990 from Europe and went back in 1993. 1990 there were no mobiles. 1993 as soon as I got out of the airport, my friend had come to pick me up. And I saw one fellow holding like this, going up and down, shouting with the hands. You know, Italians speak very vehemently. And I told my friend, within 3 years, so many mad people have come here. And he said, it is not mad, it's a special type of phone which has come. And today, we have got advantage of this phone, the communication. But at the same time, there have been disadvantages also, about which Father Sudeep has already cautioned us. Responsible use of the present day media is the call of the time. It is good, and if you use it properly, if it is dangerous, if you don't use it responsibly. There were some seniors that were sitting and they were telling me, asking me, what about those pesky calls? I get them very often, from all over the world. And the only way I have found of defining them is, if they speak in English, you speak in Kannada. If they speak in Kannada, you speak in Marathi. If they speak in Marathi, you speak in Konkani, and the call will cut. You know what I'm speaking about? I have got $1 million to be given to you, and you immediately know it is a bogus scheme. The third type of people, they come as your investment. Many times I get calls for the investment, we give you so much of interest, so on and so forth, different type of things. And in one call I told him, I don't have money. He asked me what to do. What do you do? I said, I sit in front of the railway station and beg. But how is it that you speak English? I said, come to Belgaum and see, it's one of the biggest secrets that I've got. So this is the only way you can reach the online frauds and online problems. So I would like to thank both Father Sudeep and Rishikesh. First time hearing him. For the wonderful time that we had, informative sessions that we had today. I was very happy that Father Sudeep is going to share his slides. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. You can go have a look at them at leisure in your homes and try to see what exactly it says, and that will be very, very useful to all of us. I also would like to thank Father Alvin, the new Secretary for the Diocese Communication Commission, ably backed by Father Jude Santosh and ubiquitous Clara Fernandez, because when I spoke about having some program like this in the diocese, it is they three of them who came together and planned this out to the minutest details, and we have had a very good session today. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming also, and I think official Thanksgiving will be now done by Dr. Alvin.